Oh, there we go. I was going to test to see if you could read my lips. Ty Strong, seriously, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop. You only need to say it once, bro. You don't need to freaking spam it in the chat, bro. Next, he's gonna be like, hey, can I get moderator? What's up, Michiko? Yeah, she was in my last basketball stream. How's it going? But anyways, we're going to preview this game against Sparty. And before I get into that, this is probably one of the biggest games of the year. Got 2 games left in the regular season. And you do a quick peek at the Big Ten standings. And, top 2 teams in the conference. 1, 2. I believe they go by record in the conference for the championship game. So we win. That puts us in a good spot for the Big Ten title game, which I think we should win this game. But with our way our defense has been playing, who really knows? So right now, if the season ended and they had the Big Ten title game tomorrow, Ohio State would once again be facing Wisconsin. Yeah, how about that, Wisconsin? They started off 0-2, and they've won 5 straight. And that's very impressive how they've come alive as of late. Of course, we've won 7 straight games and we've looked great. Of course, 9-1 overall. Wisconsin 7-3. But like I said, they go via conference record. But let's take a look, like I always do when I do these things. Let's take a look at Sparty's resume over the last years. So we go to the schedule from last year. Okay, let's look at their schedule from this year and last year and all that great stuff. Last year, obviously, only Big Ten schedule because we didn't do non-con games because of the virus. And they were not very good. They lost to Rutgers last year, 38-27. They beat the team up north, which just seems like they always do at this point. Then they get smacked by Iowa and Indiana by a combined 71-7. Well, damn. Jeez. Then they had a bye week. They come out of the bye, beat Northwestern 29-20, and then they get walloped by Ohio State in their house. I remember I streamed that game, and then I was like, I'm done because the game was boring. And then they lose to PSU 39-24. And I believe that Ohio State game that might have been with us without our starting offensive line because I think they were pretty much dealing with the Rona at the time. And then they had a game canceled against Maryland. So only 2 wins. And then you look at this year, and they've been much better. Very, very games. Then they lose to Purdue. And then they beat Maryland last week. But yeah, I mean, their freaking non-con games were against Youngstown State, Miami, Florida, and Western Kentucky. And they walloped all 3 teams. Now, after they play us, they got Penn State. So they lose here. Then, like I said, they lose to us. They need us to lose to the team up north next week to have a shot at the Big Ten title game. But let's just get the dub tomorrow and not have to worry about that. Now, another thing we look at is our head-to-head. And obviously, we've had some nasty with these guys in history. Let's look up Ohio State Winsipedia, like I always do now. I discovered this website, I believe, late last year, and I was like, oh, okay. So we've essentially dominated this matchup. We've won 34. They've won 15. I believe their last win against us was that game-winning field goal when their kicker was running down to the other end of the field doing like the windmill with his arms. Like, okay. But yeah, we've won every game since 2016. So we've won 5 straight. Largest margin of victory for us was 2017, 48-3. And longest win streak is 8 from 75 to 84. And their largest margin of victory was 32-7 in 1965. Their longest win streak against us is 3 from 1912 until 1953. That's insane. Well, but like you look at the margins of victories in these last couple of games since Ryan Day came to town. We've only played them. This will be the 3rd time, and Ryan beat them 34-10 and 19, and then 2020 52-12. So they have been rather convincing wins. Of course, Urban Meyer beat them 48-3 in 2017. And then the year before that, 16, it was a narrow Ohio State victory. And then they beat us 17-14, like I said, with the famed game-winning kick. And then their kicker goes running down the other end of the field doing like a windmill with his arms. But it's like, of course, that was Mark D'Antonio. And then last year, of course, they brought in Mel Tucker. It says Mark D'Antonio, but yet Mel Tucker was their coach last year, right? Yeah, he was their coach last year. Why does it say Mark D'Antonio? I thought he was their coach last year. He was. Let me just check. Dude, Wikipedia says it was D'Antonio, but it was Mel Tucker. Now, you look at their history overall. Let's see how good they've been. Because, I mean, they've historically been a very, very good team. Yeah, they're 591, 394, and 30 overall. But they've been playing for almost 100 seasons. So in 2024, it'll be right around there. Yeah. That's insane. That is crazy. Yeah, Mel Tucker. This is the 2nd year. They went 2-5 last year, and then 9-1. So Mel Tucker looking great, and I believe they are closing in on extending him for 10 years. Okay, D'Antonio was there from 2007 until 2019. So yeah, essentially he'll be there probably right around the same time frame. Unless, the team completely flops. But he has that team playing really well, of course. You look at their roster, yeah, they're led by Kenneth Walker. That's their dude right there. OSU by 10 or 20. Last time you live streamed. I know. That's what I said. You were in the basketball one. Ohio State is the best. Yeah, we've been pretty good. I believe they will be the champ. Yeah. 9-2 or 9-3 for MSU and Michigan. It's too early to determine that. No, that was Izzo. Tom Izzo is their basketball coach. I don't know how many times I got those two mixed up. D'Antonio and Izzo. That's funny, though, because you got Mark D'Antonio, and then you got – hang on. This is probably the most confusing thing. I wonder how many people got these two mixed up. Mark D'Antonio was with Sparty. Mike D'Antoni is the basketball coach in the NBA. I can only imagine there's probably been some people that mixed those two up. Or they said Mike D'Antonio instead of Mark. Or they said Mark D'Antoni. No. And then Tom Izzo is the coach of the Spartans basketball team. Yeah. Yep. He's been really good. So, yes, Sparty's had some really good sports teams over the years. In fact, last year was their worst year since 2016. They went 3-9. It was without a doubt their worst year. They only went under 500 under D'Antoni twice. And they were bowl eligible all but 1 year, and that was 2016. And then, of course, last year they were nowhere near bowl eligible. And if you're wondering what the heck's bowl eligible, you need to win 6 games to be eligible for a bowl game. Now, what's really cool about the Big Ten this year is how good it is, for the most part. I mean, of course, you have your stinker teams that are absolute crap. But for the most part, it's actually not bad. I mean, I like seeing the Big Ten really look good. Because if the Big Ten sucks, it makes us look bad. You know, I mean, we're the alpha. We're the alpha of the conference. So right now we would have, with 2 weeks to go, 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm looking at conference. Let's look at overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams. 8 teams are bowl eligible. Now Maryland is 5-5. Rutgers is 5-5. Illinois, they would need to win out. And then Nebraska, Northwestern, and Indiana, no, they're done. No. So we might possibly have, 10 teams bowl eligible? Probably 9. Depends on who Illinois or who Maryland and Rutgers play. It really all depends. They play each other week. Okay. So Maryland plays the team up north tomorrow night, and then they play Rutgers. So if they both lose this week, it'd be like, okay, well, no, someone's going to be bowl eligible. Someone's going to be bowl eligible out of those 2. Think about it, I mean, then you got Maryland and Rutgers face each other. Now, this week, Rutgers faces, they play PSU, so they might actually beat them. They could be bowl eligible this week. After this week. Nice. I know, it's very confusing, yeah. Yep. But, again, let's take a look real quick at the Sparty depth chart, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun with the standings for the other conferences. We're going to see what the other conferences look like when it comes to title games, because we are getting close to that time of year where we get these conference championship games and literally people spend an entire day intently watching football games. So we're going to find Sparty. Where you at? Here you are. Okay. Go to their depth chart. See what their team. Of course, they got Kenneth. Of course, the receivers have been really good. You have Jaden Reed, Jalen Naylor, no relation to Josh or Bo. His name is Nailor. Trey Mosley. You have Montori Foster. Where's he from? That name sounds familiar. Oh, that's right. He's from St. Ed's. I knew I recognized that name. He went to a high school that I used to go watch a lot. I think I actually saw him in high school playing. Kid's a beast. Monterey Foster. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. I saw him play in high school, I think, once. Terry Lockett Jr. You have Christian Fitzpatrick, Keon Coleman. Then you have Jarrett Horst, J.D. Duplain, Matt Allen, Kevin Jarvis, and A.J.R. Curry. And then A.J.R. Curry, that's where he's from. Oh, he's from Liberty. Oh, he's from another Ohio school. Look at that. That's pretty dope. It's pretty cool seeing Ohio playing in these places. Now, of course, at quarterback, you got Peyton Thorne. Tight ends, Connor Hayward and Tyler Hunt. And then at running back, of course, Kenneth Walker, Harold Joyner, Jordan Simmons, and Elijah Collins. But it's mainly Kenneth Walker. That's the dude right there. And the thing is, Kenneth Walker transferred from Wake Forest. So, yeah, Wake Forest is actually pretty good this year. I'll get to the ACC in a minute. But you look at their defense. Jacob Panasic, you have Jacob Slade, Simeon Barrow up front with Drew Beasley. You have Drew Jordan, they're not too bad, up front. Noah Harvey, Cal Halliday, Ronald Williams. So they run like a 4-2-5? A 5-2-4? 5 guys in the secondary, I guess, according to our lads. Ronald Williams, Angelo Gross, Xavier Henderson, Chester Kimbrough, and Darius Snow. I'll tell you one thing. Oh, and again, another St. Ed's player, Dowell. I think I saw him play in high school once, too. For those who didn't know, I used to live in the Cleveland area. Where do you live now? Not in Ohio. Not going to say where. Y'all creeping me. Y'all creepers, man. I'm not going to tell you where I live, bro. Not like you'd be able to find me. But I'm not. I'm just going to say I used to live by Cleveland. I used to go see Ed's a couple of times every once in a while, especially in the playoffs. They were like a cheat code. By the way, they won again this week. Yeah, they beat another school that I used to go watch a lot. Yep. They're a damn good school. They're like one of the powerhouses in Ohio. They're damn good. I think Michael Dowell had a brother who went there. Yeah. But this is going to be tough for their defense, facing off against our receivers. By the way, again, this is our senior day tomorrow. So hopefully, the guy in my thumbnail, Garrett Wilson, hopefully he won't have to go far when he plays in the NFL. If he comes out, which I think he will. If he was smart, he would come out to play in the NFL. Hopefully, God willing, he'll only have to travel, 2 hours north to Cleveland to play with, the Browns. You catch passes from Baker and run with Chubb and all them. That'd be pretty cool. But, we'll see how it goes. It's only freaking November, and I think I found my draft crush. Draft's not until April or May, and I've already found my draft crush pretty much. But if we don't get him, I'm not going to flip out and be like, well, he's probably going to go top 10, top 20. And I'm not trying to tank. So there's some other decent receivers out there that we could go after. Maybe Chris Olave. Worst comes to worst, we could always get Olave. That'd be pretty cool, though. But Sparty's going to have their hands full dealing with our offense. Our offense has easily dropped 30-plus on almost every opponent we faced. And the one thing that really kind of worries me is CJ Stroud, because as we've seen, he doesn't like to run. And hopefully what really worries me is our defense facing off against Walker. I feel like we can keep up, we can outscore them. But it's like with Sparty, the pressure's on, because if we get the ball, it's like, well, they're probably going to score here. Because I don't know if they can stop us. Maybe they can. But then again, who knows? If you're Sparty, you're probably going into this game thinking, we got to keep the offense off the field. Play, good ball control. If we force them to punt, that might be the difference. Because, we force them to punt, we get the ball back and we score. That gets the whole thing going, Forces a couple turnovers and we'll be looking great. But this is going to be a fun game. I cannot wait. I kind of wish this game was later in the day, but it's going to be a nooner. At least we'll get it over with, so I can just sit back and relax the rest of the day. I kind of don't like waiting all day to watch my team. Damn it. Sexton is out for the year. Should have dealt him last year when his value was high. Honestly, we could have dealt him. So, his injury now and him being out for the year throws any potential Simmons trade in the trash. And, of course, we didn't extend him or anything. So, yeah, he's got what? He's an RFA next year. No, this summer. I expect us to try to get him to sign up the qualifying offer, keep him around for at least another year so he can finally prove himself. Although coming off an injury, it'll be tough. Just our luck. He was on a contract. He was on a contract year, and he goes out there and then he gets hurt. Of course, can never have anything fun around here. All right, but this should be a fun game against Sparty. I'm excited. Like I said, 2 more weeks. We got this week and then next week, and then it's bowl season. Well, championship season, I guess, conference title game season / bowl season. It's going to be fun. In fact, let me see if they have any bowl predictions so far here. ESPN 2021 bowl projections. Ooh, here we go. Bowl projections for 2021-2022, courtesy of Athlon Sports. Let's see who they have going where with 2 weeks left to go. So, Bahamas Bowl, FAU Ball State, don't care. App State Liberty in the Cure Bowl, don't care. Boca Raton, UAB Coastal Carolina. Sheesh. Okay, let's go on to the later games here. Let's get to the power games. Quick Lane, Maryland, Northern Illinois. Yeah, okay. Louisville, East Carolina, Florida, Houston in the Birmingham Bowl. First responder, you have Western Mich and Middle Tennessee. I like how you have directional state versus directional state. That's pretty funny. West Virginia, Mizzou in the Liberty Bowl. Guaranteed rate. Texas Tech and Boise. Huh, that's weird. Okay. ACC Pac-12 and the Holiday. North Carolina, UCLA. Boston College, Memphis. Virginia, Purdue. That would be a fun game. Virginia, Purdue. Iowa State and Pitt in the Cheez-It Bowl. That's kind of funny. A team who plays in a stadium sponsored by Heinz plays in a bowl game sponsored by Cheez-Its. That's cool. Alamo with Utah, Baylor, NC State, Tennessee, Duke, and the Duke's Mayo Bowl. That would have been kind of ironic if Duke played in that game. Oh, that's funny. Music City Bowl, Mississippi State and Minnesota. Arizona State, Penn State in the Las Vegas Bowl. ACC, SEC, Auburn, Clemson in the Gator Bowl. God, what a fall for Clemson. God. Like, last year they were in the playoff with, Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence. They bring in Uiagalelei, and they completely fall off the face of the earth. Their offense looks like garbage. They could have lost a couple more games than they did. And they're going to be playing in the Gator Bowl, according to this projection right now. We'll see how that happens. We'll see how they do to end the season. Okay. Toledo and Fresno in the Arizona Bowl. Nice. Wisconsin, Kentucky, Outback, Citrus, Iowa A&M. Cool. Kansas State, Arkansas. New Year's 6 games. Wake Forest versus Sparty in the Peach. Fiesta will be OK State, Notre Dame. Would be. Again, these are projections. Team up north in Oregon in the Rose. Ooh. Sugar, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. And then in the playoff, Bama, Ohio State, and Georgia, Cincinnati. Really? They project Georgia, Cincy? And then they have, wow, the projection has Ohio State and Georgia in the national championship. That would be nuts. That would be crazy. In Indianapolis, our home away from home, a place where we love to play. We played there how many times in the Big Ten title game? That would be crazy. But again, these are just projections. I don't even know when this was published. It was published a couple days ago. Oh, cool. Well, I'll probably go through all the bowl games and stuff at some point. I might even stream a couple of them if there's nothing else going on. But we'll see. But with that being said, Spartans are good. Yeah, we got to – hopefully our defense shows up. If our defense has a pulse, we should be fine. Let's go through these standings here. Let's okay. Let's do ACC football standings. Let's do NCAA football standings. I think, yeah, okay, so ACC. Oh, here we go. College football standings. Let's go through all the Power 5 conferences and stuff. The AAC, you have Houston. They lead that conference. In fact, they have a title game over in the AAC, right? AAC title game. Okay. Because is it the top 2 teams? Because they don't have divisions. Houston and Cincinnati lead the conference. That's both undefeated in the conference, and Cincy, of course, is undefeated overall. SMU's right there, ECU's right there. Like, yeah, they're looking really good. It looks like it's going to be Houston and Cincy if they go with the top 2 teams. All right. You should determine, okay. Pitt, the champion, played at the home stadium and division winner. 2020 UConn left, leading to the dissolution of the divisions. Game has become a match between the top 2 teams in the conference. So, yeah, Houston and Cincinnati. Ooh. Because UConn left. Of course they did. That would be a fun freaking game, man. Cincinnati is no joke. And Houston's pretty good, too. That would be a freaking amazing game. And then in the ACC, it would be Wake Forest. Oh, they don't even have it separated by division. Would it really be Wake Forest and Pitt? Really? Seriously? Let's do ACC here. Must be. Wow. And I'm just looking through all the divisions right here. ACC football standings. Let's see here. So, yeah, it would be Wake Forest and Pitt in the title game. That's crazy. Man, first year we don't see Clemson in the title game. But yeah, Clemson, Wake Forest has pretty much solidified their spot. Clemson's in second at 5-2, so Wake Forest better win one more game because then that gets in there solidified in there. But hey, it's gonna be fun to see fresh, new blood in the ACC title game for once. That'd be nice. Can actually sit back and enjoy that game without having to try to slander freaking Clemson, hoping that they lose because they always won. Now they're dealing with some losing for the first time in God knows how long. Big 12. Would it really be? Gotta look. I think it would be Bedlam Part 2. They play each other coming up this week, don't they? Or coming up like in the next week or so? I think so. Imagine you get two editions of Bedlam. That would be insane. I think that's what it would be. Yeah, it would be OK State and Oklahoma. Top 2 teams. Because they're in 2 different divisions, I think. Yeah. Well, no, it's just one division. So, yeah, it'd be just one. It'd be Oklahoma and – or would it be Iowa State? That'd be even better, honestly. That would be even way better. That'd be so much better. But, yeah, conference record probably matters the most. So, that might be OK State. Ooh, I don't know, man. Big 10, Ohio State, and Wisconsin, I believe. Okay. Yeah, this is very, very confusing because, they don't have it separated in the divisions on the NCAA website. I think it would be Wisconsin. Okay, that was fun. I'm just going to do the Power Fives, like I said. So Big 12, I believe, would be OK State and Iowa. OK in Iowa State, right? I'm pretty sure it would be. They don't have divisions. Let me check their championship game real quick. And then I'm going to head on out of here and get some sleep for tomorrow. I'm just scrounging around trying to figure this whole thing out. But yeah, I remember for the longest time they didn't even have a conference championship game. It was they had 7 years between championship games, and Oklahoma's been in the championship game every year, and they've won it every freaking year, even dating back to the early 2000s. They've won all but 2 conference title games dating back to 2004 before they went on like a 7-year break with the title game. They beat Colorado once. The 1 year they weren't in it was Texas, Colorado in 2005, and then Texas, Nebraska in 2009. Every other year, Oklahoma's been in a game and they've won it. In fact, Oklahoma themselves have only lost 1 title game, and that was against Kansas State all the way back in 2003 when they were ranked number 1 and they lost to number 13, Kansas State, 35-7. Damn. Like, that's insane. And then, of course, since the game came back, they've beaten TCU, Texas, Baylor, and Iowa State. Much more variety than in the Big Ten, where it's mainly been Ohio State, Sparty, Iowa, and Wisconsin. You did have Nebraska in there 1 year, too, but yeah, who cares about that, right? I think that's when we should have been in there. And PSU's been in there, I think, once, too. But Big 12 is looking like a fun dominated once again by Oklahoma, although Oklahoma should have had way more losses than they do. They should have way more losses. But they don't. They only have, what, 1 loss? So I'm pretty sure that would mean they would face Iowa State. I'm pretty certain. Big Ten, I just mentioned it was going to be Ohio State and Wisconsin. And then we go okay, let's find the other. Oh, Pac-12. It says Oregon and Utah. I think they might be in the same conferences, right? Pac-12 conference standings. Pac-12 standings. Here we go. Has the top 2 teams essentially almost in our case because, Wisconsin's not that great this year, and the West is very bad. So, yeah, Oregon and Utah State, and we already know Georgia and Bama in the SEC title game. That's probably the title game everyone's looking forward to. Georgia has been seemingly unbeatable. They've look at the freaking point differential. Georgia has outscored their opponents 387-76. $76. Damn. And then no one else really cares about the other conferences. Alrighty. So that's fun. We're gonna have a little bit of fun to end this stream here. Should be a fun game tomorrow. I'll be live around 11:50 for what hopefully will be another. And hope you guys are ready to tune in because I'm ready to freaking stream it, man. Can't wait. So with that being said, I'm head on out of here. Shout out to everybody who came through. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Bucks. And out.